us a little bit about yourself and your company?
Yeah, Dark Ops, we're fairly new, started in September 2015, MDF Laser Terrain Company. And we've got licensing with Mantic Games for their Dungeon Saga Deluxe tile system. We're also looking at other companies that we're doing deals with, and we're making, so far we have a range of 28mm sci-fi MDF range, and we've launched a fantasy 28mm range. Recently here we've launched, we're showing prototypes today of a range that will be out in the next 2 weeks, which is basically designed around Drop Zone Commander, but it's far future. The buildings are basically taking you away from the basic squares that you see in a lot of the other ranges, and we're giving you different shapes to work with and going for that sort of hard sci-fi, edgy feel to it.
What sort of your main influences when you're looking at
Well, we'll do, like everybody, we'll do a lot of Google searches, and we'll look at Dubai and all the modern places that are doing sort of similar sort of architecture that we're looking for. We'll get referencing from science fiction films and movies like everybody else, and then we'll see if it's feasible with MDF. We'll do what we want to do, and then we'll sort of tweak it so it's easy to assemble. It doesn't take forever to assemble our kits, and there's no visible tabs on them. We try to go for a nice, clean aesthetic, so that when they're painted up, they look really cool buildings, not like really cheap buildings that you can get. Because MDF, we think, is a nice material, and you can do decent buildings with it. We try to get the price keen as well. So basically, the Oasis Palms is £26, and the new Blade is only £14. So we believe that's quite competitive.
Okay, awesome. There's been a kind of explosion of MDF companies doing this sort of thing. What do you think is the main impetus for that? What's unleashed this?
It's the drop in the cost of the laser cutters themselves. They're still expensive for a decent one, and the fact that it's a cheap way of getting a table set up. When we're looking at making a drop zone table, you're looking at resin and you're looking at making your own scratch building. Usually the entry level to doing that table is MDF, or should be MDF price-wise. It should be the most competitive way to make a table. It should be MDF. It shouldn't be as expensive as resin, and it should look very decent, is what we think anyway.
This stuff looks really, really
Thank you.
really nice.
Thank you.
I was looking at the Blade style building. Obviously, that's a Blade Runner.
Yeah, it's
style
based on the
influence.
Blade Runner. Yeah, there's a lot of influence from Blade Runner.
What sort of other designs do you think you'll be coming out with in the near future?
Well, we've been talking to people. Mainly, the reason for coming here today was to obviously be involved in the prize support for the tournament. But we brought down the work in progress basically to see what people thought of it, see if it was the right direction. A few people have told us what they would like from buildings, so I think you definitely see some bigger buildings from us, even bigger than the ones, because ours are quite big, but you'll see some nice set pieces coming from us with a lot of detail, so should be quite impressive centerpieces for your table.
Thanks very much for your time, man.
You're welcome, thank you very much.
Cheers.